Because I had a situation where I had a woman, we were fuck buddies. And this was a chick who would, when she did come over, you know what I'm saying, for sex, she would do extra shit. You know what I'm saying? She would even bring me shit. She was the type of woman that would be willing to cook me a meal and take me out on her dime and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? So when she hit me up and was complaining about the fact that, you know, you don't take me out, what's up with that? And I told her, point blank, that's not what we do. When I get horny, I call you up. If you're free, I step through. If you get horny, you call me up. If I'm free, I fall through. I'm like, that's it. That's what the fuck we do.
Women don't get with guys as placeholders. Do you know how hard it is to get rid of a woman who actually likes you, who actually respects you, who actually loves you? Do you know how hard it is to get rid of that woman? And you're not talking about some hypergamy? This is real simple. The reason why women treat you like shit, the reason why women got an attitude with you, the reason why women fucking diss you and disrespect you is because they never liked, loved, or respected you in the first place. Your whole story is cap, bro. Matter of fact, it's big cap. I'm gonna call you the Mad Hatter. Fuck!
I don't know why it would happen to me to lie. You guys didn't even know me. Why would I lie to you?
Let's just say you did. You act like you've never had sex a day in your life, bro.
What it is you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. That's why you can't make any progress, bro.
All the sex that you got, I'm pretty sure it's handed to you.
When a woman meets a man that's valuable and knows who the fuck he is, she knows that she can never overpower a nigga with game or a real dude or a man of value and not even to say a man of value, because that sounds too much like what other niggas be saying. What I really mean is a man that knows his value. When a woman is dealing with a man that knows his value, she knows that she cannot overpower him. So she ends up saying to herself, well, if I can't beat him, I gotta join him. But when a woman is in a room full of dudes that know they value, she knows that she has to submit. And if she don't submit, she got to get the fuck up out of the room.
No matter what level she brings it to, how loud she get disrespectful or talks fast, you have to keep your cool. You have to keep it on your energy level. So if you want her to be submissive, you want her to be calmed down, you want her to bring it down a notch, you won't yell louder than her. Talk to her like this. Yo, I don't do that. I don't know if you talk to people like that, but that's not how you're going to talk to me. That's not what I do. Now, if you want to continue to do that, I will show you exactly where the door is. I will escort you out, tell you have a nice trip, and send your ass right to the gulag. You'll be gone. I don't tolerate that from people in my life.
For all you surface dwellers out there and shit, how does it feel following all these motherfuckers on the other side of the streets talking about don't do shit? Well, if you ain't gonna do shit, then why don't you do man shit? Don't run away from fear. Don't dwell in the past. Don't give away your power. Don't feel sorry for yourselves. Don't make the same mistakes over and over again. Don't worry about what people think about you. Why don't you do some man don'ts if you're gonna do a don't anyway? Grass-eating lion.
It's sad to see so many men suffer from bitch-assness. And then women know there's such at an advantage with weak men. They try to shut me up. This is the part of being a man, is standing on your squares, understanding that nobody's going to move me. I move mountains. Nobody's going to move me off my square. They need to respect your word. There needs to be a shift in behavior when you get home. They need to understand what the deal is when you're around them. There's no such thing as compromise with men. Compromise.
You should be fucking at the
all
truck
day.
stop.
All day.
That's right.
These conversations are obviously too in depth. They're too in depth with these bitches, man. What are we talking about? You're a truck driver. Bitch, I come in every state and I fuck hoes. That's what I do. And you gonna be one of them, or I'm gonna find one that will.
And the thing is, if she got an issue with you not having a place to stay, that means she ain't really feeling you.
Respect to Scary Perry for the $5 super chat. He says, "Salute to the Real Game No Theory panel, best show on Sunday." I don't know what leaving pussy on the table means, because pussy's not valuable enough to be left on the table in the first place, in my opinion.
Exactly. I'll have Christmas lights back there, and I'm fucking bitches under the light.
The following program is rated MAN. It contains assertive men who are kings of their castles, men who don't make excuses or blame women for everything that's going wrong in their lives, men who don't make the game about women, instead they make the game about the man. So, if you're into theory or use soft, weak-ass words like hypergamy, red pill, no fap, be on your purpose, high value man, or money, clothes, and status, buddy, you're in the wrong place, and you need to go 2 doors down where the male cuddle parties and circle jerks are going on. This is a man's space.
Since the fall of the PUA community back in 2007, most PUAs ran underground because they had nothing to offer. The content creator has become the hero today, dedicated to one single objective: to declaw and defang any person who listens. They decided to join forces to create a cult, and never giving those who listen a solution. It's all about clothes, cars and money, deception and manipulation, indirect game, going your own way. They talk pills and plates. They complain. They blame. Fake it till you make it. I just don't get it. A man doesn't need to lie to meet women. He just needs to learn how to spit flavour in her eyes and in her ears. Thanos broke down the game when he said, "As long as there are those who remember what was, there will always be those who cannot accept what can be." Even in darkness, a man can find light. Sometimes the world doesn't need a group of fake heroes teaching lies. Sometimes the world needs a group of anti-heroes to bring balance, order, and truth to the game. It's time to summon the authentic players of the game. It's time to summon the authentic players of the game.
Let it be no confusion. This here is a movement. Leveling up, real talk, ain't no illusion. Helping all the men see the light, that's right. Only bringing the truth, you can't deny, that's the vibe. We gon' bring you the insight, bring you the game plan. Show them we real men, we ain't never breaking. You know what I'm talking about, I know that you hear me. Yeah, this is real game, no theory. Let's go, real game, no theory. Here to make it happen, teach men how to be men. Now it's time to put in action. Taekwondo and K-Zagging, we got Miles in the building. Mr. 1950 and Steve the Dean Williams, Mr. Lucario and the anti-villains. We gotta keep it real, this ain't about hurt feelings. Speak the truth, gotta say it loud so you hear me. Real game, no theory. They don't want you to be who you destined to be. Real men are necessary, not accepting defeat. Talking the man mindset, and this is the time now. We will never fold, never fall off or bow down. Time to make it happen. We ain't even stressing. So many don't take accountability for their actions. I gotta say it louder if you don't really hear me. Speaking the truth, this is real game, no theory.
We in the building.
What's happening?
Yo. What's good?
What's happening?
As always, Kerry K-Zagging. What's up, everybody? Let's get Lucario sitting there laughing. Let's get it, guys. Let's start with Fifth. Fifth, you got it, man. Let's go ahead and lock you.
And shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to all the silverbacks. The membership is going crazy right now, and you know, I thought the membership would drop low because a lot of y'all, man, try to spend money on these hoes. But you know, I will tell you, man, it's actually up, man. So I'm glad you prioritizing yourself over everything else. So shout out to you and those new members who joined last night. It was like 6 of them, like 3 some a.m. Shout out and welcome to the membership. We up, huh?
Guys, got questions? Put a Q, call in. We got y'all covered. Let's roll it to my dog, Lucario. You got it, brother.
Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure you guys get it to masculineidentity.com to get up on the Black Friday sale is still on. So make sure you guys go to Masculine Identity and you get 20% off a lot of stuff. So make sure you guys do that. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I got the phones, Lucario. I got the phones. All right.
Okay,
Zach,
cool.
You up, Zach?
Hey, real quick for the individuals that's just joining the channel membership and the Patreon, appreciate y'all. Good looking out.
All right. So Zach, let's go ahead and roll it in, guys. Zach, you got it, man. I got the clip ready to go.
I just want to plug the joint as I always do about this time. The reality of dating, you're not the only guy she's seen. Now, a lot of you guys, your heart is gonna flutter, you're gonna feel some type of way. But the reality of it is, and this is what kills me, fellas. Guys want the baddest chick they can get, but they act like no other guy is hollering. Right. And here's the reality, guys. Women are always going to entertain potential suitors.
Yes.
That's always going to happen. And you can't get mad at that, right? That's to be expected. But let's get it, man.
All right, so here's the clip first. We ain't gonna play the audio, but here's the video. I mean the photo thing you want to talk about, Zach. Go ahead.
No, so here we go. Man decided to stop seeing a woman after she mentioned she was going on another date with the guy right after their date.
Oh my God, this dude.
Now, shout out to the homie Lucario. He did a live stream last night. I caught the upload this morning, and Lucario was telling a story. And Lucario, I don't know if you mind telling it again, but you told a story of how you just got done, banging this chick, and she told you how she was going to be going on a date right after that. Do you recall?
Oh yeah. So it was a chick that I used to smash or whatever. One of my old buddies, and we were smashing. And right when I was leaving, she was like, "Oh, well, this is the funny part. She forgot she even had the date." But anyway, after you finished smashing, I was putting on my clothes. I said, I'm gonna head out, and then I was like, "What you up to later today?" She said, "Oh shit, I forgot I'm supposed to meet this guy." So she gets, she hops in the shower, gets dressed, goes to see the guy. You see what I'm saying? So she went to see a dude right after she was with me. So that dude who she went to see probably has no idea that she just came from seeing me. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of guys don't know that that's the type of stuff that be happening out here. You feel what I'm saying?
And I just want to point out, guys, when women are actually having sex with men they are sexually attracted to, good pipe will cause momentary amnesia. I just want to point that out.
All right, Zach, I'll play the first clip.
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, here's the first clip.
Just talk sweet. Tell them what they want to hear. Make them feel good. I mean, whatever they want to hear. Make them feel like you want them. And what you do is you get a man that you're not feeling for your financial reasons. And then on the side, you get a man that you're feeling. I'm going to be real with you. When it comes to us women, you don't got to do a lot if we really feeling you. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all. See, the way this game work is you have to get with a man who ain't used to dating bad women. A man who don't get women that look like me on a regular. Mm-hmm. They give you the world. Yeah. You got to make sure you the best he done got. You finna get it all. I mean, they usually look like square. It ain't even that they ugly or nothing. They just look like squares, like lame. They look like the ones women pay no attention to. They sweet talk you, your queen, good morning, beautiful, all that mushy ass shit. Yes, all that mushy ass shit, those kinds. You just talk sweet. Tell them what they want to hear. Make them feel good. I mean, whatever they want to hear. Make them feel like you want them. And what you do is you get a man that you're not feeling for your financial reasons.
All right, there you go, Zach. You got it.
No, I just want to point out, and all of us have said this, when a woman is not really feeling you sexually, but she know you are feeling her sexually, they will leverage your sexual desire for them. And then they will go about extracting everything but sex up out of you. And essentially, this is what she's talking about. And let me also say this. It's not only guys who, quote unquote, look like squares. It's guys who act like it. So for all you passive, indirect guys, she ain't that kind of girl. I got to take my time with her. She don't get down like that. I got to make her comfortable. I got to build rapport. She's talking about y'all. But y'all got it, man.
You know, it's funny. I always find it funny that dudes they always do this, that good morning, beautiful, all that other nonsense, and they think they doing something, but it's like she's basically showing you how women see you and view you. You understand what I'm saying? Just in general, when you like that. And then these are the same type of guys that'll go through all of that, take a woman out on a bunch of dates, do all this craziness, don't get sex, and then want to bitch and moan about the women. And it's like, see, and dudes like us that try to teach these guys game, they'll tell us we don't know what the fuck we talking about. You feel what I'm saying? But then these women are exposing like, hey, this is how we think about these dudes that do that goofy ass shit. It's crazy.
We have a call. Oh, go ahead, Fib.
Go ahead. Now, rock it.
Go ahead, Fib. Hold on, 815. Go ahead, Fib. Finish what you're saying, and we're bringing a call in. Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. I did a show on this too. I did a show on this whole video right here, man. I thought, and I told the men, this is her lifestyle. This is the way she wants to live it, and you guys have fall in line to live with it. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what it is. But also, I talk about lames all the time. Either you're a lame or you got game. So if you ain't got no game, you're a lame. You could be the student of the game because you're trying to learn it. That's the difference. But if you refute it, if you're a person who always question it, if you think it's unachievable, if you're one of those men, those are the men that she's talking about. Every single time that you have an opportunity to change your lifestyle with the mindset of understanding what game is for you, and you always got something negative to say or you want to refute it, this is the guy she's talking about. You're one of these lames, man. Y'all go.
All right, Eric Code 815. What's your name, sir? And what's your question?
Hi there. My name is Ray. I called earlier yesterday talking with
yes.
Steve and Renee.
Yeah, Ray. How you doing, Ray? Yeah, because okay, guys, I want y'all to
meet. Hi there.
Well, I want you to meet Ray. Ray, I told him to call in because if I told you guys what Ray said to me, y'all wouldn't believe me. So Ray feels that it's okay to have a woman friend. He believes in God. He believes in crying with the woman. He believes in spending time with the woman. And Ray, why don't you tell them, Ray, what you feel about with men and women, how they should interact with each other, Ray?
Well, I think the big thing is just equality throughout both sides.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but a lot of the time Steve was yesterday saying how lions shouldn't be swimming around or trying to get their prey, but we're human beings. We're not animals like that. The kingdom hierarchy doesn't really exist for us.
So wait, so Ray, what benefit do you get from like being friends with women?
Well, I mean, the way you phrase that question, it's like, what benefit do you get from having your current friends? And any sort of benefit that's there, you can apply that to your friends.
No, this is what I'm asking you. I'm asking you about women specific, because this is the thing. If I have a friend, right? See, I think let's back it up. We got to talk about what we mean by friend, because some people call anybody a friend. You understand what I'm saying? So when I'm talking about a friend, I'm talking about somebody who enjoys your company and you feel you don't need anything from them. Do you understand what I'm saying? And vice versa. They feel like they don't need anything from you, and you like to, spend time with that person. So what I'm saying is, like, what do you get out of being friends with a woman?
Well, I feel like you did everything you would with a normal,
No. Break it down specifically. What do you get from a woman?
Well, what are you getting from a man relationship?
Bro, answer the question, fam.
Right. Like, why can't you answer the question? You're the one that say you like being friends with women. So what benefit do you get?
I enjoy the company of a lot of the women that I choose to be friends with, just like I would the friendship of my male friends.
Okay, so do you have sex with these women?
No.
So you're only friends with women you're not attracted to sexually?
No, I wouldn't say that.
So then that means that you're friends with women you're sexually attracted to, which means you want to have sex with them.
It does not mean I want to have sex with them. No.
If you're sexual,
let me ask a question like this. Let me ask you this: have you ever desired a woman sexually and wanted to get with her, but she wasn't feeling you in that aspect, and you decided to take her friendship instead?
No. And I would like to say that if there was any sort of scenario, because it has happened in the past where I previously knew someone, and then I made my feelings clear and the feelings weren't reciprocated, then, you know, hey, that's fine. But
Ray,
I never.
But Ray, I want to talk about what is it like when you cry with your girlfriend?
Well, you know, I think that when I told that to you and Dana, both you guys had the message of don't confide in others.
Well,
which,
I confide, but you said that you've cried and you watch.
This can't be real.
Wait, he said he cried with his girlfriend? With the girl who's a friend?
Girl's a friend, right? They cry together sometimes.
So caller.
There's something that's, you know, sad or traumatic that has happened.
Yeah. So I'm okay. I reached my max. So caller, let me ask you. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. It's gonna give me a lot of insight, right? So, what is the relationship with your father?
Perfectly fine. Me and my father have a fantastic relationship. I work with
Great. How do you view him as a father of the household? When he was in the household with your mother, or was he with your mother or no?
Yes. My parents.
Okay, great. Even better. How did you feel like he was in the household? Was he the head of the household? Was he a part of the household? How was it?
I would say that both him and my mother had a pretty same dynamic.
Great.
Grew up lower middle class, so you know they really needed both of the money to support my family. So the dynamic's pretty the same. There's certain things.
So nobody. So your household was pretty equal, correct? It was nobody who was making decisions, correct?
I would say so. If there was any decision to be made, my parents would talk about it.
Okay, so did your father tell you that's how you're supposed to be, or you just saw that your father was being he was more of a guy in a relationship like that?
I saw kindness, empathy, and
understanding. No. I'm asking you, has he had a discussion? Has he had a discussion with you? Because we you know, there's a lot of people out here kind and empathy. What discussion did he have with you in regards of his dynamics with your mom? Did he talk to you about that ever?
One of the things that we've talked about is I'm not a religious man personally. However, I think one of the teachings in the Bible that's just very good in general is do unto others that you would wish done unto yourself. And I think that's a message everybody.
Okay, and I'm getting to it, fellas, but has he talked to you specifically about that if he's in charge, your mom in charge, or nobody's in charge? Has he specifically talked to you about that?
No.
Okay, so how do you know your father wasn't in charge?
Well, define in charge. Like what? What are you looking for here?
No. It's okay. Being in charge is black and white. There's no in between. So being in charge would be somebody that you can recognize without even someone telling you. So what I'm saying to you is that you would know I'm in charge if I was in your presence. You would automatically know that.
Be in charge.
Was he the unquestioned leader of the household?
No, I don't think that it was just.
And you don't think that because you never ever had a conversation with him saying something different. So you're assuming that your father was not in charge, correct?
Just because I've never had the explicit conversation with him doesn't mean that his actions.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And let me tell you why. Right? I have never talked to my kids, none of my kids, in regards of me being in charge of the household. They just automatically assumed. They already knew that I was in charge. I never, ever had to have a conversation with them because I am a man who moves with grace, with strong leadership, right? So when I'm saying this to tell you this, you don't have the ability to recognize strength. You don't know what that looks like. So you have adopted a mindset of everybody's the same when we're not. Like you said, the Bible, even in the Bible, it mentions women are the weaker vessel. For you to speak the way that you're speaking is for you, and that is fine, sir. But you can never complain about your results ever. You can never complain about your results ever because of your mindset on how everything is. So let me tell you something really quick. And this is why I always push back against men who say they have a true father. Your father failed you. And the reason why he's failed you is because he did not represent what should be happening when he's around. You should have automatically seen his authority. We're not equal. Men and women have never been equal, and that's okay. Women have their own uniqueness. I'm not saying that women are not capable of doing some of the things, but we have our own lanes. And for you to think that a woman should be in our lane tells me what type of man that you are, and your father's failed you. He was around, but you're not a man. You have male. Your whole personality is around being a male, not a man, because men move differently. And I'm gonna tell you, this has nothing to do with your dating preferences or anything like that. It has everything to do with how you were raised and what you saw. Your mom overstepped your dad. That's what you saw. And you didn't want to admit that. What you wanted to say is that everything was equal. It's because you don't see the dynamics of what a woman is supposed to be in a household and a man's supposed to be in a household. And you think because they're still together, oh, this is a successful marriage. No, it's not. They have raised a son that brings this toxicity into the world. You're bad for the brand. And not only are you bad for the brand, but you're going to transfer this trash information to some other boy or some other girl and have this generation of trash people walking around this country believing they're doing something for society. You're a part of the problem, and you're the biggest part of the problem. And this is why us men like me are being attacked, because now they're gonna see this video. Oh, this poor man on this other side of this phone said we were all equal and he was just trying to protect women in his own way. But what they're not seeing is that if all the lights went out, you'll be the first one with the women and children, because you're not built to lead. You're not built to be strong. We will purge you. We would purge you. You will be purged. And the reason why you will be purged is because you have no value for manhood. You have no value for us. This is disgusting. And I'm glad, Steve. You know what, Steve? Thank you, Steve. You're welcome. I told I seen Lucario on the video with you and Lucario, and I said, why can't I ever be a part of these conversations? So you know what? Thank you, Steve. This made my day.
Is he still on the phone? God. Steve, he's still on the phone?
Yeah.
So Cole, I just gotta ask you a question. So if you're out with your female friend and something jump off, are you going to try to protect her?
I would protect her just like I would any of my male friends. I would try.
But see, that's my point. If I was out with 50, I wouldn't feel like I have to protect 50. We'd be squabbling together. But I don't got to be like, yo, 50, get behind me. Like, what the fuck? Like, we're not gonna be doing that shit. See, and that shows that it's not equal. Because you are stronger physically than her, right, to handle more than she could, which is why you protect her, which is why y'all are not equal. Does that make sense?
From the logic you're using in the argument, yes.
But that's the simplest way to put it. So you're thinking that, oh, we're all equal, so we're just all friends and this and this and that. But the problem is that anytime you're with your female friend, you're still in a lot of ways it's gonna be the dynamic that you're a man and she's a woman. So you're gonna be doing what a man would do, even if it's subconscious, right? When he's around a woman in order to protect that woman. You understand what I'm saying? So there's certain things that you just do because you're a man and she's a woman.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, let me add this. In the workforce, we can be equal. Right? We can make the same amount of money. We can have some of the same duties. But that's where it ends and that's where it stops. I mean, that's where it begins and that's where it stops. When you talk about the dynamic between men and women as far as relationships is concerned, no. The natural order of things is the man is the unquestioned leader in the household and the woman is the helpmate. Period. That's just the way it is. Carl, let me ask you a question. Do you believe in calling significant others partner?
I mean, me personally, I would rather refer to my girlfriend as my girlfriend just because I feel like the term partner is more appropriate for people outside of the normal spectrum.
Okay, good. At least you got that part of it right. But here's the reality of it. Men and women are not equal. And I'm going to tell you this. Find me a woman who is in charge or leading her household, and I'm going to show you a woman who's upset and pissed and really doesn't want to do that shit. And I'm going to tell you this, because I have clients who have that dynamic going on where their mother is the one really leading, and none of these guys respect their father, and none of these guys want to be in that predicament. They feel like it's out of order. There's something out of place. And in all of these dynamics, the mother undermines the father and treats the father like he's less than. In all of those scenarios. But y'all got it.
Wait, I just want to know real quick. So the girl you was crying with, what was that about? What happened with that?
Lucario loves the petty boy.
Her grandfather died, and I actually knew the family a little bit, so it was an acquaintance of mine as well. So,
okay, so it was like a death in the family of somebody that was close to you.
So were y'all holding each other? Like, did you wipe her tear? Did she wipe your tear? Was it like that?
It was more just a hug and just talking.
I mean, I could give you a pass on that because that's somebody you knew, like a dude you knew or whatever, and they passed away and you sad and all that other stuff. But but all I'm saying is this though, is like I'm still trying to understand, right? What is the benefit to you specifically for you being friends with these women? And again, I'm not saying this right or I'm just trying to understand because I don't see any benefit in being friends with a woman. So I want to learn. I want you to teach me so I could get a different perspective. Like, what is it that you get out of being friends with a woman?
Well, as I've said, I more just view people as individuals regardless of what their gender is, and I try to view the content of their character, what thing is good about them as a person.
All right.
And if I'm just trying to be a friend with them, then their gender is regardless. I can be friends with a male or a female.
Okay, so that sounds like a humanitarian company line. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. Okay, can you break down the last woman friend that you made, the last woman that you befriended? How did that come about? How did you meet
like how did you meet her and all that?
And y'all became pals and shit?
My friend and I, we were at university together. We were in a couple college classes together. We're both learning Spanish. And one day she just out loud suggested, hey, does anybody want to get tacos? And then I said, sure. I had time to kill. I had a class in like 2 hours, so I had certainly time to get lunch. I agreed to go with her. I got to know more about her, and we've been friends ever since.
So who paid? I'm curious. Who paid?
We both paid our respective bills.
Hey, caller, are you? And this is respectfully, man. Right? I'm only saying this because I need to know. Are you heterosexual?
I am, yes.
Okay, so you have never ever talked to men in that way before.
In what way?
What way do you believe I'm telling you?
In other words, have you ever had any curiosities, quote unquote?
No, there is not.
Okay.
Okay. So it's easy to talk to you in this way. So let me ask you because it's hard for me, right? Because I feel like you are, even in this conversation, you are in a submissive position, right? I think you live your life this way. So let me ask you this: was you ever bullied in school?
Very early on, yes.
Yeah.
Until snapped on my bully and beat the shit out of him in the school bathroom. So
you said who did?
It didn't bother me anymore.
He snapped on his.
You say he beat him up after a while.
Yeah, you beat him up, and you assume that you won. So because you see the physical aspect of it, you assumed you won. But bullying is a consistent behavior that happens over time. So in essence, no matter if you won the fight, you didn't win the war. He is in your mind for life, right? Because you are a victim in real life. So what I'm saying to you is bullies are needed. And let me tell you how they're needed in this world. They point out the flaws in manhood. See, women should never be bullied, right? That should never happen with them. But men, what happens is it points out your flaws as a man. Either you need to learn how to defend yourself, you need to get mentally tougher, you need to get stronger. There's something in there that needs to happen.
The flaws in manhood?
You said what now?
Being bullied as a child points out the flaws in your manhood.
It points out your weakness as a young man. So this is, and let me tell you what I mean by that, because my grandfather told me this. He said, when somebody sees you as a victim, then they already view you as the victim. So if you're not a person they can pick on, it's because they understand the ramifications of that interaction. And that is the truth. So do you believe that kids that are 6'7", 260 pounds as a freshman, do you believe he's going to get picked on?
I honestly
probably
know
not.
a lot of obese people, and the rate of obesity.
No. What I'm saying is, first of all, that's a big guy. That's not really an obese guy. What I'm saying to you, the reason why I'm giving you is because his visuals, you see resistance, and you will say, "Hold up, I may not be able to handle this person." Right? So automatically you assume, but he may be weak-minded, but they won't try him because of the visuals. So what I'm saying to you is, if they view you as a victim, they will try you. So when you were bullied, when you were young, you have been the same way. And I will tell you, even right now, today, you are being bullied. And what I mean by that is life you're afraid of. You're afraid of taking charge. You're afraid of making strong decisions about something. These things you're afraid of. Being in your rightful place as a man, you are afraid of. Life has bullied you, and you don't even see it. And the problem I see is that you are talking from a place of victimhood. Like, oh, everybody around needs to be hugged and greeted and talked to in this particular way, because everybody has feeling, and we have to be empathetic. And let me tell you something, man. When you move like that, then what you're saying is you're allowing people's behavior to affect the outcome. My outcome in my life needs to be my way, and nobody's going to get in the way of that, or I got to run them over. If you don't have that mindset, you can't protect your family. You can't protect your kids. Do you have kids right now, sir?
I do not have children, no.
Okay, so let me just let you know something. Children will change your entire existence in life in a different way, because as a man, of course, you're going to protect the woman of your life, but it totally changes when you got to protect kids, because they're way more vulnerable than a woman. Because a woman, even when you're not around, she can protect herself in ways. Not in the way of a man, but in ways. But kids can't at all. So your level of protection increases by 1 billion. And you have to be hypersensitive and hyper focused on protecting these individuals. And you wouldn't be able to do that because you're not a person that's going to be confrontational. You don't want confrontation. Go ahead, Zach.
Let me add this, because bullying is actually psychological. And even what we're talking about today, women will form a perception, whether it's accurate or not. They will have a perception about you and people, even bullies are opportunistic, as 50 pointed out. They'll see something, they'll perceive you to be weak, and then they'll proceed to bully you. Now, caller, is it plausible that you being bullied as a kid, that it manifested itself in your adult life where you want to be a certain way with people because you don't want no one else to have that psychological issue that you perhaps have?
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I thought too. It's manifested this way.
I don't necessarily think that particular way. I think that I had an issue in the past. I confronted it and I moved on with my life.
So wait, let me ask you this real quick, because I'm confused, because I heard you earlier said that you could be sexually attracted to the woman and still be friends. So how do you determine if you're going to be friends with a woman you're sexually attracted to, or you're going to try to get sexual with a woman you're sexually attracted to? What makes the difference?
Well, as I told Steven yesterday, and I don't think he liked my answer, but during his show yesterday with Dana, there was a discussion of finding your person in the world. Your person. And a person who you connect with emotionally on you could even perhaps, if you share a faith or something, on a spiritual level as well. But that's more my interest. I think that my kind of relationships I've had in the past have all been more focused on the intimate connection between the two of us.
Okay, so then basically what you're saying is the woman you're friends with would be that woman. So why is she not that woman? Because you like emotional, that connection. You have that with your female friend. So why isn't she not with you? Like, why aren't y'all together in a relationship, a romantic relationship? Like, you're contradicting yourself.
No, you're not. No, that's not a contradiction, because I said that it's two different connections. There's friendships and then there's relationships. You can still have mutual respect and mutual, trust and adoration in a relationship, in a friendship, but it's different levels of that adoration.
So what's the difference? That's what I'm saying. What's the difference between a woman who's your friend, who you have that mutual connection, and a woman who would actually be your girlfriend or wife that you have that mutual connection? What's the difference?
It would be akin to something like, having an actual, just in your manosphere here, having a male friend. You guys are not related whatsoever. But then, you have a brother and you are very close with that brother as well. But it's the same kind of relationship or friendship, but the brother, it's more intimate. You have a blood connection with them. Yeah. That is just an example here of different degrees.
But you're doing it with a woman, bro. That's what I'm saying. If you have a woman who's your girlfriend or wife, right? You guys get along. I'm assuming you'll be getting along as far as your personality. I like to do the same things. I like to go out to do, dates and do different things together, right? So this is why they call it a girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a woman who you would do those non-sexual things with, like you would do with a friend, but the only difference is you have sex with that woman. So what I'm saying to you is that if you have a girl who's a friend and you are attracted to her sexually and she's a cool person and y'all get along, why the fuck are y'all just friends and y'all are not actually in a relationship together? I don't understand that.
Perhaps I'm just not attracted to her in some aspects of her personality.
Oh my nigga, I just
you could have mental health issues.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, what I don't understand is, how is it that you allow her to talk to you about other men and like use you as a tampon?
Like, it's only fair. I can talk to her about other women. It's not a mutually exclusive relationship here.
No, again, what is a day like? Because you said y'all watch like some chick flicks and stuff together and stuff. What is it like?
Oh my god, it gets worse.
Y'all hang out.
Yeah, they hang out.
It gets worse.
Wait, I caught him though. He said the reason why he won't be with her because she might have some mental issues. So you're gonna be friends with a woman who has mental issues? But not like you're saying, I don't want to be in a relationship with her because she has mental issues, but I'll be friends with her because she has what are you talking about?
I would say that if someone has severe issues with commitment, or if someone is fairly depressed and a partner won't help that depression because
He sound like he coping. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me.
Okay, caller, let me ask you a question. So this woman you went out to eat with, at any given point in time, did she ever express any interest in you beyond platonic friendship?
No,
I doubt it.
No.
So do you guys give each other dating advice and shit? Is that what y'all do?
If we asked it, yeah.
Well, give us some dating advice that she asked you about an asshole. Like she's like, you know, this guy's an asshole and a jerk, and he's got other women. What would you say to her? What would be the advice?
I would tell her, what are you doing? Like, what are you wanting out of this relationship? Do you think that guy can provide that for you?
Hey, so caller, I'm gonna ask you a real specific question, and you probably won't answer it, but I'm gonna see if you can answer it, right? And I want you to be honest. So I'm sure you said that you are a straight man. So when you've had sex with a woman, have you ever choked her?
That might be bullying.
Did you answer the question? Did you answer the question, caller? When you had when you've had you said you have.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me, why did you feel like that you need to choke her if you guys are equal?
She asked me to.
She asked you to choke her. So this answers my question, right? So you see how she's telling you what to do to her because you don't know what to do to her because you don't know what she really wants. Do you see how this is going here? The reason why she has to remind you of who you are as a man is because you're not being the man. Because if you were the man, you would be assertive. That's a part of masculinity, right? So when you're an assertive man, you're going to dominate the woman that you're with. That is a natural part of being a man. This is what they call the nature of being a man. So you're not living even in the nature of you being the man. She shouldn't have to say, oh, choke me. She wants you to dominate her. That's what she's telling you. Take this. Take it over.
Look, Finn, to your point. No, caller, real quick. To your point, there is a quote by, I think, Albert Camus. Man is the only creature that refuses to be what he is. And even in that simple scenario where you're having relations with a woman and she's telling you to choke her, essentially what she's saying is you're not being a dominant man. So because you're not doing that of your own volition or unsolicited, I have to instruct you to be what I perceive a man should be in the bedroom. So what it could be is that when you're dealing with women just overall, you don't display any type of masculine dominance.
And that's important, caller, because what she's telling you is you're not fitting what she believes a man should be. So she is trying to get you there, but you don't understand that's where you should be at. Do you understand that? And being, they always say, man, who you are as a man really mirrors what's going on sexually.
Well, let me ask you this real quick, caller. Real quick, my bad, Steve. Real quick, in your relationships with women, or when you've dealt with women, do you find yourself always being instructed to do shit?
No,
never happened.
I'm not going to say it's never happened, but there's been times that I've been instructed, and there's been times that I've had to give instruction. You
see, everything is always
there's always this 50-50 equal.
50-50, like, you see that, and that's not a
what do you mean by
ahead.
giving instruction? If there's some sort of area that she has a lot more knowledge on, then of course I'm going to let her take the lead on this.
How can she have more knowledge about you than you?
If she. If
there's a brain fart right there. He's like, oh shit, really? I didn't even think about it that way.
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to follow along as best as I can here, and I'm trying to give everybody time to talk. I'm sorry I called in a little bit later. I know Steve told me it was 12, but
you see how generous and nice this guy is?
I think young
there's
man,
no place on planet Earth for this guy. There's no place for him.
There is a place. Fifth, I disagree with you. The place is that this is their job. His job is to hang out with the food. His job is to cry with them. His job is to feed them. Our job's to fuck them. So these guys, this is the difference between men and you humans. Dog, I commend you for who you are, because again, there's a lot of guys like you, and that's what the woman was talking about before. A soft square that feels lucky to be around a woman that he feels that's out of his range, and that's what a lot of y'all guys do. That's why you're probably friends with the woman, because you felt every woman that you have as a friend, they're out of your range, and you can never imagine that you can get a woman that is so pretty and so hot. So what you want to do is kind of cheat the game and hang out with them, and hopefully they kind of tell you later on, like you said, like the choke me, that I like you, I'm interested in you. So it seems like you're kind of cheating the game a little bit, young man.
Let me ask the caller this. Let me ask the caller, has there ever been a scenario where you just met a woman, or you were dealing with a woman, and she said and or did something that you deemed as disrespectful?
Yes.
And how did you handle it?
And make sure you remember you said last night
to interact with that person.
No, wait, time out. Hold on, wait, Zach. Wait, caller. Time out. Let's go back to what you said last night about how you tell her how it hurt your feelings. I'm sorry, Zach. I want you to explain. I want you to explain this. The woman did something. Remember, you said she did something to you, and you told her it hurt your feelings. Remember? Talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk about that situation.
So there's different scenarios that have happened in the past. One of the more recent ones that I can think of was when a friend of mine and we were chatting, we were talking. It was a social gathering, and I needed her help with something. It was at her house. I was not familiar with the layout of her house. She was dismissive of me. I later on in the night confronted her about it and told her, hey, I'm trying to help you. I'm here. And I don't really need the frustrations from you from this whole event getting put onto me. That's just not what I'm here for.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Hypothetically speaking, let's say the situations were reversed, and I was the guy in that scenario, and you were just a guy that was listening. And if I told her, look, let me tell you a goofy ass something. Don't you ever disrespect me like that again. How would you feel about that if I told her that?
I mean, as long as I feel like you're not physical and you guys have that sort of relationship, it's not.
No. It ain't no sort of relationship. No, she just did something, and I just checked her on it.
Not a thing here.
Would you feel he's being mean? Would you feel like he's being mean? Like, say it's your friend, your girl that's a friend that you want to protect, and Zag is checking her at the door like that. Would you feel he's being mean to her?
Obviously, you guys are going to say that context is super.
Bro, yes or no, fam? Do you think I'm being mean?
No.
You think I'm being aggressive, overly aggressive? You think I could be nicer about it?
Well, the scenario you're giving me here isn't really outlined with exactly like what would be over the line.
No, I'm using your same scenario, the same thing, the same situation.
Hey, if you did what I did earlier, which was just, hey, don't talk to me like that, which is what you're saying, the more aggressive tone, which, like I said,
the more manly tone. But go ahead.
He's confrontational. Then hey, I don't care.
He's saying don't talk to me like that. He's saying don't talk to me like that. Okay, let's say it's your girlfriend, and your friend that's a girl, excuse me, and y'all are really tight, and he's the guy she's been complaining about, right? She's a guy, and he comes around and says, "Listen, this is what I'm gonna tell you. Look, look, you do this shit again, I'm out. I don't need you. I'll find another one to replace you just like that. You know what, man? Matter of fact, just get the fuck out of my face." What would you say to that? Would you feel he's being mean to her?
I don't. Honestly, I think that in that particular situation, it's whatever they have, whatever agreement that is in that relationship. That's fine. It's none of my business.
So wait, caller, hold on. So you said hold on. So you said wait. I want to get this straight. So you said you did it. Your friend had an event or some social gathering, and then you said she disrespected you.
She was being mean. I think
she was being mean to you.
The frustration and anticipation of the party got to her, so she was getting snippy with everybody.
Okay, now, at what point did you address her? Was it right when she got snippy, or did you wait until like after the party?
I waited so it wasn't confrontational and not
exactly. You see what I'm saying? That's what we talking about.
we want to check her right on the spot.
Right.
That's what
Wait, caller. So that you had hurt feelings, right? She hurt your feelings, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And when she hurt your feelings, did you ever express to her that I'm saying to a woman and look at her and say, you hurt my feelings? You know, what you said to me hurt my feelings and either made me sad or something. Have you ever had that conversation with a woman?
Yes.
What was that like? What happened for you to say you hurt my feelings to a woman as a grown-ass man?
Well, there was the instance that I just said about the party.
But did you say you hurt my feelings? Snippy. Did you tell her you hurt my feelings?
Yes.
And what did she say when you said you hurt my feelings? What did she say?
She apologized.
Exactly. So no, and let me tell you why. See, women on the front end will validate weakness on the front end, but on the back end, they despise your behavior and they will talk mess to anybody that will listen. So you are believing that these people are very supportive, they're very caring on the front end, but they will tell 10 people how weak you are as a man because they know exactly what a man looks and feels like. And you don't think this because you believe they're good friends to you.
And your food.
Yeah, and your food. So let me say this, and I know we've had a long draw, and I want you to rewind this 5 years from now, right? And I want you to really keep this clip because I really believe that you have the ability to even you can change. Yeah. And even you have the ability to stand up and be a strong man. All right. I believe that you have potential if you allow it to happen. But I don't think, see, what the real problem is, you can't change what you don't acknowledge. So you don't even acknowledge that there's something wrong with your behavior. You're actually challenging what we say and what we do because you believe there's something wrong with our behavior. So my question would be to you is that after this conversation, after listening to Steve last night and after these conversations with this man on the panel, can you let us know what is wrong with our philosophy about life?
Well, I personally think that the philosophy that you guys have, the inability to have friends of the opposite gender or genders that you're attracted to, I think that really limits your worldview and what you can expect out of life.
Let him go. Yeah.
Regardless of their gender, you know, I think there's a lot of different challenges that people have had to face, a lot of fucked up shit that's gone on.
No, let him finish. Exactly. Let him finish. And what else? Other than the friendships, what else do you disagree with?
I disagree in viewing women's more as just like objects to be conquered because I don't really like that idea. If, you know, the opposite was true for me, if women had the same mindset, I would feel very uncomfortable. Just like every opportunity, every time some person sees me, it's just another trophy, another prize. I'm sorry. I think that's really gross, and I think that dehumanizes a lot of people.
But we never said any of that. I don't understand. Do you know what cooperation means?
Dude, you're talking about going out and getting as a lion hanging out with prey. Of course you view them as objects. And
no. Well, first of all, everyone is an object. You can look that up in a dictionary. An object is also a person, but that's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying to you is that, do you understand what cooperation means?
Cooperation, working together, equality.
Yes, exactly. So if we're looking at it as working together, we're not looking at it as, oh, we're trying to control you, and, you know, I don't give a shit about you being a human. That's not happening. You see what I'm saying? And also the idea that you're missing out by not being friends with a woman, you understand what I'm saying, is not true, because what happens is that when you're a man, and this is why I said earlier, when you talk about instructions, I said, listen, How can a woman give you instructions on you? She can't. You understand what I'm saying? But the reason why you believe that is because you see yourself as equal to the woman. And what I caught earlier, what was interesting is that you said you waited till later to confront her. Why? Because you didn't want to create confrontation, right?
Yeah.
Why do you think you're scared? Why do you think you're scared of confrontation?
I told him. Remember, I said that earlier. He was
right. Exactly. Like, why do you think you're scared of confrontation?
I'm not scared of confrontation.
You just said that you waited because you don't want to have any confrontation.
I think
and she was being snippy with everybody.
It has nothing to do with me being scared of what she has to say.
Okay. Why? Okay. All right. Let's ask a different question. Why did you wait to confront her about her behavior and you didn't address it immediately?
Because I knew that it would just not be a fruitful conversation to have at that particular moment.
Why not?
Why not?
He was frustrated and worked up, and too much shit was going on.
So were you concerned about her? Hold on, real quick.
An hour, 2 hours.
Hold on, caller. Were you concerned about her reacting in a way that may have made you feel uncomfortable? What were you concerned about? Because listen, I want you to listen to what I'm saying.
Concerned about it.
Okay, no, bro, you contradicting yourself because you said for you to wait, that means you had the forethought of saying, if I confront her now, there's the possibility that things can happen. So let me wait. So there was a reason why you waited. Why did you wait?
Because I said it's not going to be a fruitful conversation. Nothing's going to change from that particular moment. She was too frustrated. She was too worked up.
Okay.
Listen,
brother. But caller, it's not about having a fruitful conversation. It's about her acting in a way that was disrespectful and demeaning, and about you checking that behavior. But let me say this real quick, because you contradicted yourself. Just a little while ago, you alluded to the fact that we looked at women as trophies and we're conquering women. But earlier in the conversation, you said out of your mouth, and you can replay it back, that if you're dealing with a woman who is not reciprocating sexual interest, you're not fucking with her. You said this.
Yeah, that means I have no longer interest in them in that particular sexual way.
Okay, and that's all that we say, that we don't want to deal with them either. See, here's the thing. Here's the underlying theme. The way that we go about articulating what we believe in is more assertive than the way you articulate it. And that's the fundamental difference, is you have more of a passive way of looking at things. We have more of an assertive way of looking at things.
So, Cole, let me ask you a question. Was your friend thinking about
your guest? I'm not going to take over this entire show. You know what I mean? I want to give, it's your guys' show. I want to be respectful, give you guys every opportunity to talk.
No, we want to hear what you want to say, what you got to say too. I'm just saying that when your friend, who was a girl, right, was being snippy, was that okay for her to do?
No.
Oh, so she was doing what she did, and that wasn't the quote unquote right time for her to be doing that, correct?
It was not appropriate. I felt like I was there as her guest to help her, and then for her to get frustrated. But you know what?
So you like being friends with people who are snippy at you, caller? So caller, you like being friends with people that are snippy at you?
Lash out at people as well. It's a human thing. It's not specifically gendered. You know?
No. See, the thing is, when I'm friends with people, I respect them. So no matter how I'm feeling, right, I don't disrespect them based on how I feel. But guess what? When you're friends with women, they're going to disrespect you based on how they feel, which is why I'm not friends with women. You get it?
So Steve, you never had a bad day and just like snapped on somebody, one of your homeboys? It's never been.
No, I've never had that.
I've never snapped on any guy. I don't. Okay, men don't snap on me. What are you talking about? Snap? That's.
You know why? Because if I snap on my friends, we might end up fighting. You understand that?
The threat of violence.
Mario, the threat of violence is imminent.
Exactly.
The threat of violence is imminent.
Yeah, he's definitely a shark. I mean, a dolphin. And you know, and caller, so you have a lot of male friends, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So have you and your male friends ever got into any physical altercation?
physical as in like throwing punches?
Yeah,
About to throw punches, like threat of violence. Has it ever happened?
Throw punches? Yes. About to throw.
So, so what about you and your female friends? Have you ever had that happen?
To that level, no.
Why?
Because y'all equal, remember?
Because I feel like a lot of the time we can just problem solve and talk. And
See, all right,
women are way more violent than men. I mean, I don't even understand.
See, but call it. I'm glad you just said. I'm glad you just said that. And here's the problem. So let's take a female friend and a male friend. When a male friend does something disrespectful, you feel like I'm about to beat his motherfucking ass for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
If a female does the exact same thing, you're like, let's talk about it.
Right, exactly. Why don't you fight her like you gonna fight the male friend, caller? Because we're all equal, right?
If someone says something that offends me or frustrates me, my immediate reaction is not to be immediately combative.
But you said that you and your male friends have almost come to blows, correct?
That has not been from me initiating those, though.
Yeah, it's been them, right?
When I said that my friend almost punched me, he was drunk, and I had to basically calm him down.
Well, how would you calm him down? How did you calm another man down?
Just talking to him in a calm voice.
So let me say this to you. Let me say this to you really quick. So
a way that doesn't involve physical violence.
Yeah. So let me just tell you this. I've been sober my entire life. I've never drank and I've never been high. I mean, I don't do any drugs, right?
Good for you.
So yeah. Well, yeah. And I these are the decisions that I stand on, right? But I always told my homies though, I'm not responsible for you. And so let me say this to you. I will never talk you down from doing something of your bad decisions. So if you are disrespectful to me, sober or non-sober, it's up. Because you have made the decision to do foolish things. Look, I'm not here to be your father. I'm not around to be your father. Now look, there's things that I will do to help you. I'll take you home and you ain't got to drive or nothing like that. You know what I mean? That's looking out for you. But being responsible for you was not my responsibility. Now, I feel like Elle was saying earlier, that when you're with your female quote unquote friends, you are responsible for their well-being. If earlier you said that you would step in because look, let me just tell you, in the code of men, let's just say all of us on this panel was hanging out and I'm the one that got into a brawl and it's one-on-one, they're not jumping in because they're going to allow it to happen. So let me ask you on the other end, if a woman was fighting, if your woman friend was fighting a man, would you jump in or would you let it happen?
And this is, I think, just where we differ. If any of my friends, regardless of gender, were fighting, I would step in and try to help them in any way.
Yeah, and you know why? And you know why you're doing that naturally? You're naturally doing that because you don't understand the code of men. The code. Go ahead, Steve. You got it.
No, real quick. Go ahead, finish your thing because I have a question to ask. Go ahead, finish.
The code of men is when we were young, we're raised to be this way. Men take care of themselves. Men handle their own. Men stand on business themselves. And you have to duke it out in order to find out the victor. And with manhood, there is a level of patriarch. This is how men survive. We may not say it, but there's an undertone is, man, look, if this person gets in my way, then this is what automatically happens. Now, we can all be cool, we can be friends, but at the end of the day, if something was to happen, we are going to try to conquer the other. And that is a part of our upbringing. This is part of who we are. So you're going against that because you have never been taught it. You don't even understand that this exists.
Yeah, I want to ask you a question, big guy. All right, say you have your friend that's a girl, and have you ever had one of your guys try to fuck one of your girlfriends, friends that are girls? Have you ever had one of your friends like say, I want Susie to suck my cock or whatever. You know how your guys talk. Do you ever have one of your boys say that to you? One of your friends say, "I want to fuck her."
In a less vulgar way, yes.
Oh my god!
Wait. That's vulgar to say you wanted to suck your cock. That's vulgar. Okay. Anyway, so
it's just personally in my sphere. I don't talk like that.
Well, no, you don't. Wait. I'm saying I know
you were talking about another guy says that about your friend.
Let's say I was your friend, which never happened. But let's say I'm your friend, right? And you're talking to Susie, right? And I'm like, hey, man, look, I'm going to get Susie to suck my dick, man. Look, do me a favor, man. Why don't you get the fuck out of here so we can get some one-on-one time so I can fuck the shit out of her? Would that offend you? No, would that offend you? Or would you be like, hey, don't talk to Susie like that. She's a human being. Would you get mad at me for talking about Susie sucking my dick and I'm getting that pussy and treating her like an object? Would you correct me on that to protect Susie?
Well, the scenario you're given here says that we are friends. I would not associate myself with someone who just talks like that directly.
What? You mean get one?
Okay, so let's change it. Let's change it. We not friends. I came to the bar. I see you talking to Susie. I say, hey, homeboy, listen, that's your girl? You gonna be like, nah, we just friends. I cool. Listen. I'm gonna try to fuck the shit out of her tonight. How would you feel? Would you like try to correct me or something?
I feel like, if Susie, let's say, if she was into you or expressed interest in you, it's none of my business.
No, I'm just saying, but if Susie went to the bathroom and I asked you all, like, hey, that's your girl, you're like, nah, we just friends. And I'm like, all right, cool. So when she come out, I'm gonna holler at her because I'm trying to get my dick sucked tonight. Would you correct me or would you feel offended that I'm talking about Susie like that?
I would feel a little offended, yeah.
Why?
Well, that's a person that I have, that I know intimately.
Okay,
all
right. Okay, I got.
Hold on. Zag, let me get this one off. Zag, please let me get this one off right here. Hey. So caller. Hey, I'm glad you said that. Caller. So let me ask you this: if you're with your guy friends, and one of the guy friends, let's say John went to the bathroom. And a woman came up and say, hey, your friend, when he gets back, I want to fuck the shit out of him. Tell him to come talk to me when he gets out of the bathroom. Are you going to feel offended?
I would feel a little offended.
Okay, all right. Check this out. God damn it. This is wild. Okay, caller. To kind of piggyback off of what Lucario said. So let's go back to Lucario said. So Lucario approaches you like, is this your girl right there? No, she's just my friend. Yo, man, she got some juicy ass lips. I'm gonna fuck the shit out of her tonight. So let's say she comes back and she's talking to Lucario, and Lucario excuses himself to go to the bathroom. Are you gonna tell her, man, look, I don't think you should fuck with him because he said this?
Yeah, those are.
I would not say I don't think you should. I would tell her, hey, this is what he said. This is just clear.
Why would you tell her what he said though?
Why would you snitch on him?
Because I care more about my friend than I do this.
So if you care about your friend, hold on. If you care about your friend, why wouldn't you hook her up with the guy that wants to fuck her? Because maybe she wants to fuck the guy. Why wouldn't you ask her, hey, Susie, you see that guy over there? Are you attracted to him? Would you like, why wouldn't you have that conversation instead?
And be a friend.
And help her out.
Regardless of what he said.
I could have that conversation just as easily if she expressed interest in him.
No. I'm saying the guy wants to fuck her. Why don't you try to see if she has interest by trying to hook it up? Wouldn't that be what a friend does?
Set it up.
Well, aren't men supposed to stand on their own and shit, like you guys had said before?
But no, we're talking about you talking to Susie. He's gonna come back from the bathroom and talk to Susie regardless. I'm talking about you. Why aren't you trying to let Susie know when that dude come back from the bathroom, he's gonna try to holler at you? So you should be like, hey, would you fuck with that dude? Let's try to make it happen.
What I originally said when in this hypothetical scenario, when Susie was in, or when the guy was in the bathroom and I'm talking with Susie, I said, hey, just to let you know, this is what he said. And whatever she does with that information is her own business. If she's like, oh, okay.
But real quick, but why? Okay, real quick.
So let's
caller, but caller, why would you feel the need to say he said he's gonna have you suck his?
Shout out to King Dre in the building. Shout out to King Dre.
Yeah, but why would you feel the need to say exactly what he said verbatim? What would be the purpose of saying that?
That's hate.
Now, as I said though previously, and you guys didn't answer this, what would the scenario be if that was one of your sisters or something? You know,
I wouldn't care. I wouldn't even care. I got two sisters, dog. I got two sisters, and I will step out of the whole entire way.
Caller, but this is not what you're understanding. Caller, hold on real quick. Caller, this is not what you're understanding. So let's go back to what you said earlier about the woman that grabbed your hand and said, choke me. You don't understand that. I don't have a sister, but you don't understand that these women, they want to be dominated in the bed.
I got two of them. We don't talk about that.
The fact that Lucario, hypothetically speaking, would speak that way, they might actually be turned on by the prospect of a man speaking in such a dominant sexual fashion. They might like that type of shit.
Feel hearing that, you know?
Feel.
You said what?
How would that make you feel? No, ain't no feel.
How would that make him feel if someone talked to his sisters in that way?
No, I want them to. I'd be like, do it. Do your thing. Play it. Make it happen. What are you talking about?
And I would get out the entire way.
Yeah.
So let me get. You got a sister, caller? You got a sister?
I do not. I have cousins, though, female cousins.
Oh, you got cousins, female cousins. Are you close to them? Are you real close to them?
Yeah.
Okay. So how old are they, by the way? Are they the same age as you?
They're around the same age. Yeah.
And how old are you? How old are you? I didn't get your age. How old are you?
24. Okay.
24.
Okay, good. Cool. So do you believe that your cousins like to get spanked?
And a finger in their butt? And their hair pulled?
This nigga Steve always talking about me taking it too far.
I need him to answer this. Caller, do you believe that you're
the other guy on the line just said he doesn't like to talk about that or think about that.
No. Caller, do you believe that they like to get spanked?
If that's what they like, then hey man, that's
okay. What about this? Because it goes into what we were saying. This goes into what we were saying. Do you believe that they like to be verbally degraded? Sure. So why would you believe that your friend that went to the bathroom, if Lucario rolled up and say, "Hey, I want to F your friend, and I want her to suck my dick," she's not into that. How would you know that?
I mean, if you told that to any other person, like just randomly, like out of nowhere, I feel like it would be a little abrupt. But like I said,
see, there it is. See, there it is. See,
language exposes
choice.
Yeah, this is what it is. You believe in generalizing. You're generalizing the women that you feel like that you entertain or around. You think that these women are this particular way. This is why you had to be reminded to choke her.
And you know what, real quick?
You didn't know.
You know, real quick, is that he sounds like the female friends that he's around. So see, when guys are friends with women, they start sounding like women. Because what women do is women talk and complain about things that they don't like. So then the guy interprets that as this is who she is. So he was probably talking with her one day, and she's like, "Yeah, I was talking to this guy, and he said, he told me, he wanted me to suck his dick," and I was like, "Ew, that's disgusting. What type of girl you think I am?" But what she's saying is she don't like that guy. That guy's a loser. So of course she responds that way. So he thinks she's not gonna like guys who talk to her like that. So when I come and say, "Hey, I want your friend to suck my dick," she'll be like, "Ugh, she's not gonna like that type of stuff," because every time we talk, she tells me she doesn't like that type of stuff. So you're thinking like a woman based on how she would respond talking about guys she's not into, but you don't know if she's gonna be into me or not. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't understand how it is on the other side, because you're not that guy, because you be friends with women.
But also, caller, and I got to call you out. Because the reason why you would tell the woman verbatim what Lucario said is because that's your way of saying, yeah, he's interested in you, but look at what he said. Look at how he said it. So that's your way of trying to dissuade her from fucking with him.
Exactly. Because you think it's wrong that I said it. So if you think it's wrong that I said it, why would you tell her exactly what I said?
You would just let it go down without saying
your own analysis of that. I'm just being truthful with my friend, disclosing any information that I have.
This nigga.
You see, what he's not going to say, what he's saying is, I would never tell her not to do it, but I'm going to give her inside information to persuade her that maybe she shouldn't.
Right. You know the real,
which is very passive. It's a very passive way to do shit.
She's a grown ass woman.
Right. That's the whole
point.
point.
To get her nut off, she can. I don't care.
But no, because
I just want to make sure my friends healthy and safe.
No, call her. No, stop. No,
So what? It's unsafe for her to fuck with a dude that said he want her to suck his dick?
Yeah. Why would you?
Why is that unsafe, caller?
Safe to just completely go away with a stranger at a bar.
Wait.
That's what women do.
Yeah.
Hold on, caller. You're telling me that. See, now you're trying to be dick police, because what you're doing is, if Lucario went over there and said, "Hey, look, man, hey, that's old Susie over there, man. Look at that fat ass, man. You know what? I bet, man, I can't wait to nut all in her fucking face and pull her hair. She's a dirty bitch. I'm just going to have fun with her all night." You mean to tell me, caller, when Susie comes back and Lucario like, "Hey, Susie, what's going on, girl? You know, get all smooth with suave with it." You're going to pull, you say, "Susie, can I speak to you for a second? Susie, he said he was going to pull your hair and come all over you and treat you like a fucking whore." That's what you said you're going to do. You're going to dirty Mac and dick police versus saying, "You know what, dog? I feel what you're doing. Do what you do." You wouldn't cheer the guy on? Or would you tell Susie that this is what he said? He's going to nut on your face and pull your hair.
Gotta stay away from him.
That's what you're saying you're going to do with Susie, yes?
No.
Come on. You just
I understand, Steven. I see what you're trying to do.
Steven.
You're trying to make it so that, I would misconstrue it, or I would try to dissuade her. Dude, like I said before, she's a grown-ass woman. I don't care what she does.
But you said
if she wants to get a nut off, that's fine. I don't care. I want my friend happy.
Okay, wait.
The part that concerns me is her leaving with a stranger. That's the only part that concerns me.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask him a question real quick. So you never had a one-night stand, caller?
No.
That's personally, for me, that's just not what I want.
So you've never so you've never had sex with a woman you just met?
No.
Okay, this is why you don't understand this. This is why you're talking this way. Because women have sex with guys. Listen, there's times where I met a woman, I only known her for 17 minutes and she's sucking my dick. So what are you talking about?
Is she a bad person? Do you see?
She's enjoying herself.
I need something deeper than that.
Deeper than
what? We're not talking about you though. We're talking about your friend. Your friend might want to get dick down, and you're trying to get in the way of her getting some good dicking, and that's not a good friend. That don't sound like a good friend to me. I thought you was a good friend, caller. What are you doing?
Bad friend.
Hey, caller. You know what? Excuse the panel. You know what we didn't do? We never asked you, this woman that told you to choke her, how did y'all break up?
She broke up with him, I bet.
No, we didn't break up. It was just a simple, we were friends for a while. It developed into something more, and it's kind of been on again, off again. There's no commitment to it. It's fine.
Oh, hold on.
Serious.
You said that you wanted something serious, so that's never been serious.
Come on, caller.
So this actually feels like to me that you guys are fuck buddies.
Yeah, you could call it that.
But I thought you wanted something deeper, caller. I thought you wanted something serious and deeper. What happened to that?
I thought you had more respect for her.
Yeah, I think you have more respect for these women, caller.
Fuck these women. You're just fucking these women with
treating them like objects. Treating them like objects, caller. Disgusting. This misogynistic stuff has to stop.
You're just using her for her body.
So, caller, it doesn't matter if you have sex with a woman the same night or a week later. If it's just sex, it's just sex. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, is she an object then right there, caller?
All this toxic masculinity is just.
You just said you just fucking her from time to time. So isn't she an object of desire?
And you said it was fun. And you said it was fun. Like,
where's the deep, profound emotional connection at?
Well, that's partly why it kind of tapered off, because that connection just wasn't there. However, we both still connected with each other on a physical level, so we continue that relationship.
so you're connected on a physical level. So aren't most fuck buddies connected on a physical level?
Yeah, I think that's a requirement, Phil.
I think that's an ultimate requirement. So let me get this right. When she was fucking you, was she fucking anyone else?
No.
How do you know that? Did y'all have conversations on is she fucking anyone else?
At this particular moment in time, her and I hung out like either every day or every other day.
Oh my God! This nigga hanging out every day with a fuck buddy.
I asked you exactly. I asked you a question though. Have you ever had the conversation whether or not she's fucking someone else?
There was never any talk of anybody else in either of our lives at that current moment.
Okay. So you were automatically assuming that you were fucking to get into a relationship, or you guys both had an agreement to know that it's nothing?
It was not at that moment in time when we started getting together. It was not a deeper connection. Was just not plausible.
Okay, hold on, real quick. Okay. Was that mutual? Hold on, caller. Hold on. Caller.
Each of us liked.
Caller, real quick. So the fact that you guys were both emotionally unavailable, was that mutual or was it one-sided?
I would say so, yes.
Then what are we talking about?
And I understand. And just look, guys, I've been on here for an hour and 11 minutes.
And we love it too. We love it because you're teaching us a lot. You're teaching us.
I've learned a lot. I have. I think I've changed as a man.
But what I would like to say is that, yes, it has absolutely a mutual decision. We both had our issues of commitment in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that, this show,
I got a question.
You guys like to get on, have a good laugh.
Okay, real quick. Last thing, caller.
Let me finish real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Now, you guys do not know my life. You do not.
We do. We know everything about your life right now.
Oh, and
yeah.
I met you before.
We're gonna have game. You don't.
Guys are totally valued in those. I've had to deal with a lot of shit in my life.
No, you didn't.
And when
you chose to. So
or you.
Yeah, real quick. I'm just saying that. Think about this. When you were fucking her, she was an object. You do understand that, right? Because there was no relationship. It was a fucking object. And that's where you're going wrong.
Are you an object when you fuck your girlfriend?
Wait, listen to me. She wasn't your girlfriend. No, wait, this woman.
I've been plenty of objects for people.
Yeah, no doubt. Plenty of dildos.
And that's fine. You guys like that.
No, you like it too. You did it too. You like it too. You did it too. You have a fuck buddy. What are you talking about? You did it too.
Caller, was you wrong? Caller, was you wrong?
I think I wanted more. It wasn't just physical.
There it is. Hey, and you know why? You know what it was? You know what it was? This is the same woman. She will never ever be with you like that because she has to remind you of how you're supposed to be as a man to her. Mm-hmm. See, she had to tell you to choke her. So that tells me a lot. And I know you think, why is this dude asking this crazy question? Well, it makes sense. A woman wants you to dominate her, and she knows you was in the meanwhile. You're a placeholder, meaning she had desires in the moment. She used you as an object for those desires, but she was actually yearning for something way more than who you was, and you can never be.
But 50, you know what it was? Is that he didn't want to choke her because he thought that would be inappropriate, because that would be being mean to her. Just like, a guy telling him that he wants to his friend that's a girl to suck the dick. He's like, choking her would be very mean and inappropriate. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. So there's always this disconnect with him because he doesn't actually want to be fully honest with himself, which is why he's friends with women. You don't want to be friends with women, caller. We know this. You're being friends with women as a cope. It's okay. We understand this. You see what I'm saying?
He's inappropriate because he was fucking an object. And hold on, hey James Young, we're trying to help you out. So you next up. If you don't call in after we get done with this guy, we kick you the fuck out.
But also,
you up next, James. No, real quick. I'm just saying, young man, you before that though to Zach, then we will let you go. But what I'm saying is, after Zach, that you ought to be ashamed of yourself because you're being very disingenuous. Every woman that you fuck that's not your woman is a fucking object, food. But you trying to move the goalposts to suit your benefit and your needs, and that's why you're being disingenuous and fucked up.
So caller, are you familiar with the Madonna whore complex?
No.
Okay, so the Madonna whore complex essentially is men usually view women one of two ways. The women they view sexually, they're just objects. But the women they actually have a genuine liking for or a profound emotional bond for, they don't want to slut those women out. Meaning they don't want to do nasty shit with those women, like have them swallow shit and choke women even. They don't want to do those things with the women that they actually like, because they want to have this virtuous view of that particular woman. So they usually engage in vanilla type sex because they don't want to look at her as a quote unquote slut. Do you think somewhere inside your makeup or your DNA that you might view that particular woman that you wanted that told her to choke you, or that had you choke her? Do you think you may have viewed her that way, where you didn't want to necessarily do certain things sexually?
Absolutely not. Dude,
sure?
If there was any sort of thing that was required from my partner at that time, it was a lot more than choking.
Oh, partner! I asked him earlier, and he told women partners. He said no.
Boom. We'll let you go, buddy. But I just want to show you, dog. You got to stop being disingenuous to your friends, dog. And if
Man, this is crazy.
Yeah, you boys want to fuck, you let them fuck, okay? No.
Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, though. You didn't lose your cool, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you a lot for your story, man.
Thank you, caller.
I appreciate
Good
it.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
I'm not confrontational
it's
or
cool,
whatever.
But you need to be
I'd like to think that me coming on here and at least trying to have this conversation, I'd like to think that that's a little more.
No, you help more men than you know.
Individuals.
You've helped more men than you know, caller.
Let your girlfriends listen to us. That's the best thing you can do. Tell them to listen to this show and get their fingers raised.
Get your woman the collar with the chain on it. Yes. Start out with that.
And tell them to watch us. And I promise you, they'll thank you later on, okay?
Yeah, say, I know these 4 vulgar black guys. What do you ladies think? And have them, and make sure that they get all our IGs too, because they might want to have a conversation on
the back. All right?
All right.
You take care, buddy. All right. Let's see. Lines open. Area code 728. What's your name, sir? And
man, I think that may have been the longest call in history.
Hey, we need it because these guys need to hear that. 728.
Yeah, they need to hear that. 100%.
728. Your name and your question. 728. Go on.
How you doing? This is Vikram from Miami Beach. I'm 28. Shout out to you, Steve. Shout out to Lucario, 50, K Zaggin. Respect to all of you. So I got a date set for tonight.
Where at?
And I was watching some Steve Dean, and you was talking about don't ask for the pussy so up front, and I've listened to a lot of Alan Roger Curry, a lot of Lucario as well.
But sir, I don't understand something. What is it that you want?
Yeah, I want to spit some flavor into your ear. And I got
oh my God.
These niggas. What do you want? We're asking you. What do you want with this woman? I thank you, April.
Yeah,
We need April sound bites in the background. What do you want from this woman? What do you want?
I want to fuck her.
So then why are you going on a date with her?
Well, I set up a date because
really,
if I always I find I've only gotten success being real sexually direct with the woman after we're vibing for a little while, stuff like that. So I feel.
So wait, so you think you need to take a girl on a date to have sex?
Not necessarily, but yeah, for me, I find it's easier to be more direct, in a situation where the conversation is going and stuff.
But caller,
Yeah.
Have you not heard of one night stands, bro? Do y'all know how commonplace it is for a man and a woman who never met previously to meet, talk for a few minutes, and bounce together? Do y'all know how commonplace that shit is? It's common.
Wait a second. When did you meet her? Let's start with call it. When did you meet this woman?
Friday.
Okay, you met her Friday. You want a date today is Sunday, right? So why not on Friday? Didn't you say come over to my house so we can fuck on Sunday then?
I didn't because
you were scared.
I've just been listening to other advice and stuff. And
wait, who is advice? We all tell you to be honest. We all tell you to be honest if you have game. So why don't you just be honest?
Well, yeah, I should be honest, but at the same time, I don't want to be like every other guy.
No, but you are like every other guy. You ain't no game.
But hold on, caller. Hold on, caller. You're even if you are transparent and honest about your desire to fuck now, you're not like every other guy. That's what you want to do.
Right.
See, again, for whatever reason, the things y'all really want to do with these women, y'all camouflage and conceal that. Y'all hide that from women. And then, but you are being like Steve said, you are being like every other guy because you're trying to pretend like you're not mainly motivated to fuck. And that's what you're mainly motivated to do.
Yeah, I usually would try and like get her on a date and then tell her that on the date.
But why? That's disingenuous. That's not game. That's disingenuous.
Right, like, yeah, if you know you just want to fuck, why don't you just get her on a phone call and tell her to come over?
Because you can get mad at her. She says no, and then you're gonna turn into an incel. You'll get mad at her. That's how y'all guys do. Y'all get mad at women, and then you want to hate on a woman when you were lying to her.
But Steve, what it is they are afraid they're gonna run the woman off. That she's gonna feel some type of way.
Okay, wait. You think he's not gonna run her off on a date? Dog, you understand when you get on a date, you fucking lost. It's gonna reinforce. You understand that? Because you have nothing to say to that woman, and everything that's gonna come out of your weak ass mouth is gonna show her why she shouldn't fuck you. Watch this, Zach. Call her. You're on a date with her. What's the first thing you're saying to her?
Well, that's why I was calling in.
No, you could. You want me to whisper in your ear? You want me to be right next to you and be like, say this to her. Hold on, wait. Hold on, 50's calling me. Hold on, 50. I'm on the phone with him. Hold on, so give me 7, 50. Hey, so say this to her. Is that what it is? Why do I have to be in your ear to tell you what to do? You don't know what to do, so you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. You might as well ask and get it over with.
But see, caller, here's my thing. Okay, and for all you guys listening, and this is the problem that all you guys have, and this is why when the first date comes, nothing happens, because you're showing women two different sides of you. Okay, and what I mean by that is this: when you very first meet women, you're not flirting. You're being very platonic and friendly with your way of conversation, and then on the date, all of a sudden you feel more emboldened to start talking sexual. Well, what's going to happen? Most women are going to look at you and be like, "Where was this energy at before?" Oh, I see what he's doing. He thinks because I went out on this date with him that he's going to get me into his bed now that he's talking all this fly shit. But in reality, what you should do if you're mainly motivated to deal with that young lady because you sexually desire her, why not showcase that or flirt with her when you very first meet face to face and see if she reciprocates that energy then?
Because he's scared.
Yeah, that's a good point. I only talked to her for about 3 minutes, and
3 minutes is enough. 3 minutes is enough.
But I need to definitely, maybe less than 3 minutes even. But I definitely need to work on,
Wait. So what is the problem though? I'm trying to understand. What is your question? What's the problem? What's the problem you're having?
He wants some smooth things to say, Lucario, because he ain't smooth. He wants to tap our well and get a few one-liners from all of us to try to position himself to get some pussy. That's what he right, caller?
Yeah.
Undefeated.
Oh my God. This
exactly. Real quick. Nelly, if you want this verbal gangbang, baby, come on up. Go ahead and call in.
But caller, this is the thing. Let me ask you, how old are you?
I'm 28.
28. Okay. How many women have you had sex with in your life, roughly?
Probably like 10 to 15.
Okay.
At 30? Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said like 10 to
At 30 years old, 15 women?
Maybe.
At 14, I was
Oh,
killing.
I had that freshman year.
Okay, so
In high
right, so
school.
out of those girls, how many you had sex with the first time you met them?
Probably like 4 or 5 of them.
Okay, so what happened? Give me a story of one of those girls that you had sex with the first time you met them. What happened? How'd you make it happen?
I approached this woman during the day around 5 p.m. outside this pizza restaurant one day, and I took her to this smoothie shop, and I got her a smoothie and myself one, and we just flirted for a little bit.
You bought her a smoothie?
Hook up with her. Yeah, I know. And then I wanted to hook up with her in the near future, and she's like, okay, well, I'll text you tonight, and we'll meet up. And then she met up with me at 7-Eleven, and I took her back to my apartment.
7-Eleven.
Okay, so caller, so why don't you do similar things with these other women? So you've done it before, so why don't you just do it again?
Yeah, even her, dude. I didn't like say that until like 30 minutes into the interaction.
Okay, caller. Let me ask you another question. Let me put it another way. Do you find yourself switching up how you interact with women depending on how attractive they are to you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. See, this is what you guys do. And this is a mistake on y'all part. Y'all will meet women who are average looking, maybe even slightly below or above average looking, and you'll come at them a certain way because you'll believe that they're easier, which is not true. Right. That's a fallacy. And you'll believe that women that are more attractive are harder to get. So you guys will switch up, and what you guys do, this is what you guys do. The more attractive she is, the more dates you guys offer. That's what a lot of you guys. So, caller, would you say that's you?
I wouldn't say I've taken a woman on a bunch of dates in any recent time.
Well, but what's a bunch of dates? 2, 3, 4, 5? That's subjective. What's a bunch of dates?
Like, I wouldn't really take a girl on more than 2 dates without fucking her, really.
You see his minimum, though? His minimum is already in his head. So what he's saying is that I'm going to not be assertive at least for 2 days, and if she doesn't get the point, then I'm not going to talk to her anymore. You see how you already have that programmed in your head? So nothing is going to change for you until your philosophy about all of that changes. Right. You need to present yourself when you meet her. Stop being something different and then try to switch it up after 2 dates and then act like she's supposed to. I got the point.
Because Fifi's confused. He already said it. He jumps around, listens to all these YouTubers, different people trying to put everything together, and he's all fucking confused.
Yeah, caller, who's coaching you? Who's coaching programming you under?
I'm not under any of y'all coaching program.
Why?
Oh my God!
Well, why? You're going on 2 dates with every woman. That'll pay for a dinner.
On the masculine identity membership this month.
What do you mean? You should have been on it.
Oh my God!
I know.
What's holding you back? What's holding you back? No. That's a good question, man. What is holding you back from being on the masculine identity membership?
Just spend my money on
investing,
like
not spending, investing.
Hold on. You was just saying that you go on a 2-date minimum with women. You just said that.
Yeah.
You're throwing your money away. But then you're going to complain on the other end that it's a financial thing when it comes to the membership.
And then he wants to know about a mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? Then he wants to ask.
And you're going on a date. And you're going on a date today. Where are you going?
Smoothie place.
To the bar.
So what I'm saying to you is, if she ordered multiple smoothies, are you going to say no to her, or are you going to pay for it?
No, I'm not. I'll say like first round's on me. You know.
Oh my God.
That's not what you're saying. You're not that guy. He's not that guy, and you know you're not that guy because you're not going to even present yourself on what you want to her, but you're gonna tell her on the other end, hey, this one drink, one smoothie minimum. You're not doing that. Stop. You're not even being honest in this conversation.
This nigga laughing. He knows. Caller, you need some coaching, caller. This is ridiculous.
So caller,
I need to get signed up today for Miles.
Is it safe to say the reason why you're reluctant to either get a coaching consultation or to join in a membership because you feel like you want something that's going to guarantee results?
Well, I don't believe in guaranteed results.
Okay, then why are you hesitant?
You know, I got to work with what I got to work with.
No.
Okay, caller. Here's the thing. But why are you hesitant to get on a membership? I mean, you quit to take chicks out and spend money on them. Why are you hesitant?
Yeah, I think I could swing $10 today, but you know,
$10 a day, nigga. Are you serious?
Why y'all act like y'all make a minimum wage out here? Y'all be killing me.
Are you serious? See this. Let me say something. See, the problem is, and this is how awesome the game is, right? The game, right, is always going to tell you where you at. And what that means is that you have to give to the game to get from the game. Yeah. Notice your results and how you are directly correlated with your investment. So you have no investment in the game, therefore you don't get anything out of the game. This is why you're going to keep making the same mistakes. You're going to keep doing the same goofy stuff over and over again because you're not investing in yourself to upgrade yourself to get different results. That's how it works.
So real quick, caller. So what Lucario's saying to you is that if you invested whatever and got coaching, right, you would get your return on your investment when a woman starts giving you money and doing things for you. But see, the problem in all of this is that you're trying to do what you losers do, and you're trying to cheat the game. You're trying to find a loophole, and you're too chicken shit scared to even ask for what you want. So right then and there, you already lose because you're acting feminine. If you just wanted to fuck, why not have the balls to say that shit versus take that bitch to a dinner? I mean, to the smoothie bar or whatever. Why can't you just ask for what you want?
I find that a lot of times,
here we go,
I want to tone myself down because the women seem to be very sensitive, you know. Like,
okay, stop right there. See, you see, right there. See, the reason why you have inconsistent results is because you're an inconsistent man, right? So you're overly concerned and you're sensitive to the fact of what you think this woman is thinking, right? Instead of you being yourself and being authentic. So here, and this is the funny part about it. A lot of you guys very rarely, if ever, give women authentic experiences because you approach the situation like the last caller who talking about female friends and shit. A lot of y'all camouflage who y'all really are, right? You hide yourself, right? So when you meet women, you got on this mask and you're hiding yourself because you're trying to pretend to be something that you think that she would want to fuck with instead of being yourself. So what that tells me is, and Steve says all the time, why do you hate yourself? That sounds like to me is you don't like yourself. Because if you liked yourself, you wouldn't have no problem exhibiting your authentic self to women all the time.
Caller, here's $1 million question before we let you go. Why should she fuck you?
Because I could fuck her good.
Right. Well, okay. If that's the case, then wouldn't the guy who could fuck her good just ask for the pussy then without all this bullshit ass excuses, you lying motherfucker? You see, you can't fuck. You're scared. If you're the guy, like all these guys on this panel are, well, you on the level we ain't on the level we are at. But just if you had some game, why not ask what you want if you know you have the experience and you know you can beat the shit out of that pussy?
Yeah, I might as well. I mean, at least I'll be on the date.
Here's the point that Steve is trying to make. Here's the point. A man who is supremely sexually confident, there is a way that he conducts himself around women because he knows what he can do in the bedroom. He knows what he can do.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you.
And I might as well. Yeah, to be real, caller, man, it just This is disturbing. I mean, you're no different than the last caller, and I know you heard it. You're no different than the last caller. It's just a lot of non-assertive men in servitude, submissive positions with women. You know, this is bad territory for you. And this is the simping part of the year. This is the major simping part of the year right now. This holiday season is the simping part of the year. When you ever hear them say this is the time of giving? Yeah, this has never been the time of giving for a man with game, dog. You guys are out here just giving everything. You're gonna take her on a little Christmas smoothie little date? That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing.
I remember Steve said, "Oh, hey, Zach, you were going to say something."
No. Go ahead.
No, I want to hear what Steve said. Let me hear what Steve said because they be messing it up.
Yeah, Steven. What did Steven say?
Yeah, no, Steve told me like I got to get myself, and then the women will be, they'll be getting after me. So,
you don't get yourself though.
There's a lot of ways I can work on myself, and I did, a lot of
by yourself. You can't.
How, caller? So how you gonna do it, caller?
Go ahead. Answer the question. Then I'm gonna speak right after he speaks.
Yeah, I guess how will I get myself?
Become a student of the game, dog. How many times we do this? Become a student.
So caller, if you pay attention, if you really pay attention to our live streams and our pre-recorded videos that we drop, the underlying message is always being comfortable with who you are. Shout out to Miles for the masculine identity. It's understanding who you are, being comfortable in your own skin, and always exhibiting that when you deal with women. Here's the thing, real quick, and I'm gonna pass it to y'all. Caller, I had a client, and I ain't spoke to him in a minute. What he would do, and I figured it out, because he would always tell me he would take women out on multiple dates. And I'm like, bro, if you just want to have sex with these women, why not just have sex with them? And then he revealed to me, when it comes to sex, I'm lacking in that category, and women really don't stick around, once we have sex. And I'm like, oh, so what you're doing in effect is you're going out on multiple dates because you're trying to get the woman to like you. So when you guys finally do get to the sex, she won't hold that against you. Mm-hmm. And so essentially what you're doing is you're trying to build rapport with the woman. You're trying to have some type of emotional connection. So that one little tie that binds you might give her cause to pause for not fucking with you once you actually fuck her and she realizes you can't really fuck her right. Mm-hmm. You find yourself doing that?
I find that the woman will come back for sex, but then I'll get too emotional, and that's when she starts.
Oh my God! Okay. Y'all need coaching for real. This is crazy.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Tender loving. I mean, this is what it is, man.
See, and here it is. And see, I'm glad you said that. And this is the mistake or the fallacy that guys have in their mind. I have to develop an emotional bond or connection with her first because that's what all women want. But here's the reality of some women. Okay, and there was a post on Facebook about this. One woman said, some women said, some women just want to fuck you. They don't want to love you. Mm-hmm. Right? So sometimes women just want sex. They don't want nothing else. And that could be for a variety of reasons. But the issue with a lot of guys, they condemn women for having that type of mentality or thought process because they believe that it's unnatural for a woman to just want some dick, and that's it.
Right. Because these dudes get emotional. These niggas can't peer bond.
So when you saying you're getting emotional with a woman because they come back,
you fall in love.
Why do you believe you're getting emotional in regards of that?
I'm just being too soft. I'm just being too permissive. I'm, cuddling with the girl after I fuck her. I'm all tired and shit, and then I get all soft. Or maybe I put two emojis, too many emojis. I start talking to her, and then she stops talking. Like that.
Yeah. Okay. And then you send her the broken heart emoji.
Guys, real quick.
Didn't I say, y'all, he's no different than the last call.
When I'm gonna have to do a video about how masculine men communicate with women via text. Guys, stop using acronyms and stop using emojis to articulate yourself. Use words, grown motherfucker words, right? All them emojis. The only individuals that use emojis are males, kids, and women. Grown men do not use emojis to communicate themselves.
All right,
Stop
caller.
that shit.
Caller, we'll throw you back in, buddy. Yeah, you got to get some coaching, okay, buddy? You need some help. You can't do it on your own. Y'all, that's your greatest mistake. Y'all think you can do it on your own by grabbing.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you. Oh, shout out to my rest in peace grandpa. He said men are the ones fucking. Males are the one being fucked.
That's a fact.
Hey, proud. No, Havoc in a rap song. Shout out to Mobb Deep. Rest in peace, Prodigy. Havoc in a rap song said, "You the one getting backed. You're the one at the club getting backed instead of backing the chick."
All right, guys, lines open. Let's get to the part of the clip we were playing. We can get the chance to play this clip, but here's the second part of the clip. Check this out.
You guys needed help building your roster, and this is how you're gonna do it. The girls are crying, screaming, throwing up about this, y'all. It is killing me. This is the 101. Of course, the first step is to build up that strategy. A lot of you are thinking a little too small. Think big, girl. Consider what tasks you would like to get done this fall. Do you need that TV hung up? You need someone to look after your dog? Start thinking like that as well, you know? Once you know what you're looking for, you can figure out where you need to go to meet these people. If you want a man who's gonna give you like wealthy luxury experiences, upscale bar, upscale gym, upscale grocery store. I used to walk around that Erewhon like I lived there. I was 12-3-30ing in the Erewhon, okay? If you're open and you're just gonna see what happens, you can go anywhere. If you want your oil changed, head on over to the Valvoline. Get in there and just bat your eyes a little bit and flirt. And you can go to that weekend car show, hang out in places where you see nice cars. I could do a whole series on where to find different types of men. I can tell that reading step 2 will mentally tax some of you, but do not worry. We have 4 months left of the year, so by good God, go outside. You do not have to pop out all the time and be outside 24 hours a day. What you do need to do is when you do go outside, you gotta look good. Because when you look good, you feel good and you attract good. You will get the men that you want. Do not worry. Men are not hard to get. Worst case scenario is embarrassment. In a world where bad things are happening all the time, embarrassment is nothing. If you're thinking, Justine, I really can't do that, just go on the dating apps. It's much more fun to do it in person, but go ahead. And this last step is a gem. Do not tire yourself out. We are playing a long game. There's no need to rush. You are not looking for approval. That was never part of the strategy. And if you put that there, take it out. We're looking for fun experiences. We're looking to not take life so seriously and to not have too much pressure. We're having fun. Anyone who annoys you on that roster, girl, cut them. They didn't make tryouts. In the words of Michael Scott, snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
All right, so
I like didn't make the roster.
Didn't make the roster.
That shit funny, man.
Look, but there's validity to it. Yeah, when I go to Home Depot or Lowe's, I see chick in these tight ass leggings all the time, walking around, and what they're looking for is a future handyman. You're gonna be the guy that make their shelves. Okay, you're gonna be the guy that hang Christmas lights. You're gonna be the guy that fix shit, right? And there's some real shit. And don't put it past a lot of these women that you guys are meeting. They are in these places because a lot of these women, they're homeowners. They live by themselves, and they're looking for a guy, Mr. Do-It-All. You're him. But you can't get mad at her. This is what we've always been saying to you guys out here. These women are going to fuck real men on the side, and they're going to use everybody else for food. You just got to pick what you want to be in. All you guys, y'all want pussy, but you're not a man. The guys who are men ain't making it about pussy, which makes them want to give up pussy quickly. Oh, I'm sorry, Zach. What's up? Shout out to Junie Jones. She's saying absolutely. Look, let me tell y'all something. This is why when Steve says women got more game in their pinky than most men got in their whole body, because women know exactly what to do. Women are very well adept at quote unquote using what they got to get what they want. But and I think L, you kind of spoke to this a little bit in the joint you did last night. When women know that you are sexually attracted to them and you're really enamored by how they look, but they don't necessarily feel you the same way, they understand how to use your sexual attraction for them as leverage to get what they want from you. And they'll give you the misleading impression that sex is over the hill. All you got to do is do a little bit more. Hang some more pictures. When she has that shit delivered to her from IKEA, put that shit together once or twice more. It's just keep doing it. It'll come your way.
Right. And that's the problem with a lot of these guys, because they're so weak and they don't have game. They've already put the woman on a pedestal. The woman uses that and says, oh, this guy, he's going to do whatever I say. And just like earlier, the girl was talking about how these guys haven't really been with women they're extremely attracted to like that. Like they haven't been with the dime or whatever it is. So if you're that woman, you could get this dude to jump through hoops and do a whole bunch of bullshit. Just like the caller said earlier, he said, oh, I switch it up because of how hot the girl is. And that's what most guys do. So women can get you to come through and fucking, paint their fucking living room and watch their kids and walk their dogs and pay the rent and all this other shit, because these guys want to fuck with them so bad. They want the pussy so bad that they're willing to do all these things. And women know this. But understand that if as soon as you fall into that, you've already lost. So you might as well just call it a day and walk away, because this chick ain't trying to fuck you. And if you do get to the point where she give you some pity pussy, you feel what I'm saying? Then what happens is you already invested enough time, energy, and attention, right? So she's like, I'm gonna throw him a little bit of pussy, and then that gets you even more hooked. So then she takes it to the next level. So now that you got hooked on the pussy, now you're ready to wife her up and do any type of thing she want to do. It's crazy.
And that's where the money comes in. That's where they start getting you to pay bills and buy them shit. But also, let me say this real quick. Women, real quick, let me say this. Women know the difference between men that are a little too enthralled by how they look, because you fawn over them. You guys that be saying, you're so beautiful, you're so gorgeous. Once you start talking to women like that, they know they got one. They know they got you.
Here's some guys' question, guys. We're about to wrap this up. So, guys, make sure y'all call in. We got a few questions. Freddie says, I find women I approach consistently. Hey, here's what I'm just saying. They say they can't hear you. Okay, if more than one woman tells you you talk soft and light, don't you think common sense means turn the volume? Wait a second. You see, this is something you might need to call in, dog, because there's something weird. How is it that, what are you talking like this? How you doing? And my name is Freddie. I mean,
that's how that first caller was.
Right, Fifth. What are we doing?
You know what? You know what, Steve? You know what I noticed? With my children, this little dude right here, when they think they're going to get yelled at for something, they'll speak under their breath because they're worried about you snapping on them. So that's what Freddie's worried about. He's worried about if I say something and she don't like it, she gonna snap on me or give me some type of attitude. So it's almost like a subconscious thing where he don't realize he's talking low, but the woman is like, "What? What did you say? I can't hear you, motherfucker! Speak up."
Yeah, he's scared to say what he wants. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is for all of us. You don't have to ask me. Wait. I know what I want. I want to show her why she should want me. The fuck you mean? We're not. See, y'all guys think that we move like you guys. And this is for everybody to answer. Y'all guys think that we move like you. Y'all think we're desperate. We don't have to run behind pussy because they throw it to us for free. Guys, what say you on this question right here?
The first conversation. This is what guys don't understand about the first conversation. The first conversation is where the woman develops a perception of you, right? So it's incumbent upon you to set the tone for who the fuck she dealing with. When I very first have a conversation with a woman, she know I'm a sexual person. Out the gate, right? Out the gate, she knows what it is. So there is no room for her to assume anything but that.
Right. Also, too, the thing is when you're asking, do you ask for what you want in the first conversation, right? And so the thing is what you're looking for in general, or what I think the best course of action is to see if this woman is a woman who's going to cooperate. So I look for cooperation, right? It just so happens that within interacting with her, if I'm on a date with a girl, if I'm talking to a girl, right, I'm being sexual with her because I want to see if she's cooperating when it comes to sex. You understand? Because I need to see if she is sexually attracted to me before I even take her seriously or deal with her in any type of way. You feel what I'm saying? So that's where it's at.
All right, here's the next question for all. Oh, wait, Fifth, did you want to say anything, Fifth?
No, you good. Go ahead.
Okay, Fifth, you can start this one out. Let me just say this. So, Mr. Williams, here's your biggest problem. Y'all have got to understand, we're not teaching you this mythical thing that you can walk out your door like it's Axe spray, and every woman is going to jump out of the sewers and everything and rip your clothes off. Why are you making it the moment you make the game about women shows that you're not teachable as a student because you're looking for a cheat code to get some pussy because you ain't getting any. But Fifth, you can have this one. What say you, Fifth?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times when you hear this right here, they're doubting the game, right? And this is just they don't understand the impact of it being in your life. So again, he's making the game about women, but he's really what he's trying to say is that he doubts that Steve actually is doing this because this is not his lifestyle. So the thing is that I don't think you guys really understand. We don't wake up with women on our mind. We hey, this is not at all. Not at all. Oh, what bitch I need to call today? We look, it's not that's not how it works. And see, this is why you guys fail, is because women stay on your front lobe. They own real estate in your head.
Yes.
Even the ones you don't even have. So the one I hear motherfuckers talking about their future wifey. That is the most bitch ass term I can ever hear, right? Oh, my future wifey, if you're out there. I mean, you look, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna let it go. You men need to get you some game, invest in yourself. It is the holidays. Stop spending money on everybody else and spend money on yourself, man. Get you some coaching sessions, join one of these men's membership. Get what you can, because going into this year, next year, we say this every year. We this core has been together for a while now. We say this every year, man. The same shit you're saying in January, you're saying in December. You have not changed because you're not trying to.
Look, Fifth, I was looking through some old shit. I didn't realize we've been kicking it for over 3 years.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was that long. It blew my mind. So, but I want to address something that NTA said. He said, "Is there a way to be selfish that is wrong?" Everybody is selfish. At 12:58 p.m. Look, guys, this is what guys don't understand. This notion that people are selfless is the fallacy. Now, you might do selfless acts for people, but nobody is a selfless person just walking around. Everybody is selfish. Even women who are sexually attracted to you, they're selfish. They want what they want. It just so happens they want your dick. Right. But even in those scenarios, women are always prioritizing themselves in any scenario. But the key is, though, when women are prioritizing themselves, you need to make sure that what she's prioritizing is in alignment with what you're prioritizing.
You know how selfish I am. I'm so selfish, Zag. I get in arguments with myself when I see a woman saying, "Damn, I'm so busy telling me how sexy and good looking I am that I got to take away from me to give her opportunity to get with me. So I got to have an argument with me. Like, I really want to take away from me worshiping me to come down and take a man from the mountain of ass and titties and just give her opportunity to get on my dick? Or do I just want to keep looking in my mirror and going mirror on the wall? Because that's how selfish I am. I'm all about me. And all these guys all about them. And that's what women love. They love it.
No, and the thing is, you can't get away from self anyway. So anything you're doing is selfish. Even if if I'm volunteering to help homeless people out, that's still selfish because I'm doing that because it gives me a good feeling to do it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's still me doing something, for the self. But even I wanted to talk about that question real quick before the one we did before, where he was asking about, if you do you get women when you come out your house if you have all this game and all of this stuff? What you guys got to understand is this, right? See, the problem with y'all is y'all make women important or more important than other things, right? And the thing is that you got to look at it in the sense of it's like everything else in life so that you don't pedestalize the woman. So, for example, I used this example the other day on my live stream. I said, I'm sure none of y'all today when you woke up, you was thinking about, water or how you're going to get water, right? You just say, I'm going to go in my refrigerator, get some water, open the faucet, get some water, probably go to the grocery store and buy some water, whatever. You have water available, so you're not worried about getting water. It's always available to you in the situation you're in. Now, there are parts of the world where They don't have water like that. So they actually got to get up and think, shit, how am I get water today? I got to go up the fucking field and do all of this other shit and bring the water. Like, that's important to them. Why? Because the water is not abundant. You feel what I'm saying? So when you have game, women are abundant. So you're not sitting there waking up thinking about women all fucking day because you already have an abundance of women in life. It don't fucking matter. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And young man, let me explain something. I guess this is what y'all don't understand. Just because we have a lot of women that want to fuck us doesn't mean we fuck everybody. And I don't think y'all guys understand this.
Is this a really a question?
Yeah, I know. But do you know the work women have to do just to get our attention and our time? I'm not even talking about our dick. I'm saying they really got to go to the gauntlet and bust their asses. And they're not even worthy of our dick. We're talking about a phone call, a text message. So you don't understand the game. And all these men right here will tell you that we're not easy. You can't just have me because you want me. Go ahead, Zach. You got it, man.
Here's my problem with this question. Once you engage in sexual activities, you're open to any type of STD, period. I don't care if you're having sex with just one woman because you don't know what the fuck she's doing, right? So here's the problem with this question. And this is really like a shaming thing that a lot of people use. Oh, because you like variety or because you're dealing with multiple women, they like to bring up the STD shit. And my thing is this: wear a fucking condom. I mean, how hard is that, right? But again, this notion that, oh, let me get into a relationship with this one person, let me take off the fucking body glove or the Jimmy hat, and I'm going to be having sex with this one person. Yeah, you might be having sex with just that one person, but you can't predict or forecast in the future what they may or may not be doing. So the moment you enter into a woman without a condom on, you are at the mercy for what the fuck she may or may not be doing.
Yeah, but if you look at it real quick, guys, we're about to wrap this up. Call in and ask your question. But what he doesn't understand, Zag, is that if you don't have game and a woman's gonna sleep with you, that raggedy, nasty bottom of the barrel bitch, and you think you're doing something, y'all got to be careful. We always tell you, you should have a standard and not just accept any woman that will open their legs to you. And that's the problem with a lot of these young men, fellas. They'll accept anything and they'll accept anybody, and that's disgusting. That is sick.
Yeah, and this question is very elementary. And I it's really hard. And I continue to talk. I don't see if you always hear me say this, but when you're asking elementary questions like that, you are so far away from really having mature conversations with women that you really need some help. Because if you're asking that basic question, you were taught sex ed in high school. In high school, you were taught it, and not in junior high.
Sixth grade.
And these questions are ridiculous. You know what I mean? You can have sex with one woman. A woman, let me tell you this, caller. Do you know you can have unprotected sex for the first time and both of you have never had sex and get an STD? Did you know that, caller? Did you know some people are born with STDs? And see, for you to not even know that is wild. It's absolutely wild to me, man.
Well, not only that, some people are asymptomatic. Meaning, I probably said that wrong, but symptomatic, right? Meaning that they are carriers, but they show no signs. Not only that, but when they go get a test, nothing shows up on their test, right? But you have sex with them and you get some shit, right?
Yeah, so some women born with herpes. There's some women born men. There's some people born with HIV, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like they're born with it, dog. And you don't know that. You know what I mean? So
and they don't know that. A lot of times they don't know that. Yeah.
All right, guys. Last round of questions, guys. If y'all want to call in. We got y'all covered. This is y'all chance to call in. Other than that, we'll be wrapping up soon, guys. So go ahead and call in. It's crazy how they were mad at, that young man that called in. They wanted to hurry him off the phone. Now the phones are about to shut down. They ain't calling in to ask any questions. And they can see why they're more like that. You're right, 50. The majority of these guys are more like that guy that called in than a regular man. And they don't even understand that shit.
Real talk.
Yeah. Well, look, You know what I mean? I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna shout me out, man. Monday, I'm going live. I'm going live. 29 manhood rules. That's going to help you in 2025. I will be going live. I will be having during that show. I will be having a Cyber Monday code for the t-shirts that I have on sale and the candles, and every product that I do have will be up for it. So tune in on that show, and at the end of that show, I believe I'm going to be announcing the code that you can go to my website and put in, and you will have access to that that percentage off of whatever product you buy.
That's what's up. So last round question. All right, guys, we're about to wrap this up, guys. So it's the Real Game No Theory, guys. We will see you guys next Sunday. Shout out to our dog Miles. Appreciate Dre coming in. And
shout out to Dre too, man. Shout out to I will be running. Last thing, I will be running a marathon on my page. I don't know when. Probably towards the end of the year. Probably the day of New Year's Day. Or I don't know what day that lands on, but probably New Year's Day, I'll probably run it. It's gonna be a marathon of Real Game No Theory, and y'all need to tune in. I want y'all to see all year we've been telling y'all some of the same things, man, and hopefully you guys will change it after this year.
Yeah, so go ahead and subscribe to everybody, guys. Everybody has great information, but again, information is nothing without getting the proper coaching, gentlemen. Y'all got to learn how to invest in yourselves or not. Is y'all too late in the game? Y'all failed 2024. But you can make the change in 2025. I'm sorry, Zach.
Let me say this on the way out. Again, I'm going to plug the title. The reality of dating. You're not the only guy she's seen. And when we say that, that's not to alarm you or scare you or nothing. Okay, we're just hitting you with the reality of it. And here's the thing, and this is for both men and women. Nobody should assume anything or expect anything unless you sat down and had a mutual conversation about exactly what you are. So unless you guys sit down and have a mutual understanding that you're going to be exclusive, stop expecting that or assuming that.
Yes, right. Absolutely. All right, man. Well, that's Real Game No Theory for this Sunday. We'll holler at y'all guys next week. We out.